Hey everybody, how's it going? This is going to be a semi-quick progress report video. As you can see by all these red models, that my pre-Harry 2000 Suns are not done yet. That's fine. I did make a decent amount of progress on them over the weekend, despite real-world interference, which real life comes first. So, anyway, they were just black. They were just base-coated black up until last Saturday and Sunday. And then what I did was, there we go. Read them. They went through the red stage. I base coated them, the Mecrat red, another coat of Mecrat red to make sure it was nice and opaque. Then I did a wash of ball red on them, and that's where the majority of these models stand right now. I did do 2 backpacks and 2 bodies to completion. There's one as an example. There any leather pouches and stuff I'm doing in scab red to kind of look like a red leather, a crimson leather. Here's the other guy. These two chests were from the Red Scorpions upgrade sprue. I really like that. I bought 2 of them, that kind of as a test, and I really like the chests especially, as well as the heads they come with, which I'm not using on these guys, but I'm using them for another project. And just I think it's a pretty good buy. They're blatantly Crusade era heads. I mean, not heads, chests. Same thing for the heads, but I didn't use the heads in the Thousand Suns. One thing that you might not see in the website. Ooh, wow. Let's see if I can get it focused. Is oh no, not focused. Come on. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get out of the light glare. But you see that little scorpion in there? They're in all of them, including the Sergeant chest, which I'm not using, which has the eagle on it, and inside the eagle's a little scorpion, because these are for the Red Scorpions. That can be fixed with a little bit of green stuff, just put over and smooth it out, kind of make it like a solid little circle. But I kept it with the Thousand Suns because Thousand Suns have a obvious Egyptian, not Egyptian, an obvious Egyptian theme to them. So, and the Scorpions signify with the desert and Egyptian stuff. So I thought it went well with the Thousand Suns. So I kept them on there. Yeah, I have plans for the 2 eagle chests, and not for pre-hairs and stuff. You'll see them maybe you'll see them at a later date, especially once they're done. So yeah, also all the bases are done. Simple Astronomicon gray with a Grey Red Earth ring thing around it. Whatever that's called. So that's everything for those guys. You can still see the work area is a mess. Got my black paint though back, which is nice. I used on the base coat the models. Still got my wall of boxes and bits, and still haven't touched these bases yet. I will though. They're scout bike or biker bases for 40K. I love them. I just haven't had the time to base these models yet. But once I'm done with these guys, I think I'll, aside from painting random miniatures at this point to clean off the desk and assembling things, I'll do bases, and I'll show you them at a later date then. So that's pretty much it for updates. One other thing. I know in my previous video I did my previous progress report video, I was talking about the plastic glue. I still love it, because it doesn't stick to your fingers, and it works really well in plastic, as it kind of welds the 2 together. So if you want to be able to break off your parts easily, I would not suggest this, but if you want them to pretty much stay put like I do, I suggest it. But it's from Games Workshop. I'm almost out of it. As you can see, it's fairly gloopy and has a very wide hole in the top of it, as you can kind of see by the cap. So while it's great for doing generic, like attaching shoulder pads to the arms and generic things that don't require fine I don't want to say detail, but fine application, it can't do fine application. But I was at my local gaming store, and I'm pretty sure they sell it elsewhere. And I found this thing. It's made by Testors. At least I believe it is. It's called Model Master, and it's liquid cement for plastic models. And it sits like this. It looks like, and I've seen inks in other videos. It kind of looks like the ink thing of printer ink, I guess, or red, yellow, blues. I think Shivnast uses those inks or used them at one point. You can check out his channel and look at one of his videos. I think he's talking about ink in general, and I think they might have come with something that looked like this. So don't mistake this for ink. This is glue. The ink one is more of a brown well, I think. But what's nice is this comes off, and it's a nice thin and long applicator that lets you get into the nooks and crannies, or right where you want the glue to go. And just like the Games Workshop plastic glue, it doesn't stick to your fingers, which I like. Of course, if you're doing a computer-heavy army, or computer conversions, or working with computer in general, as we all will be or do in this hobby, like pewter to pewter, this doesn't work on, and pewter to plastic doesn't work on. This is only plastic to plastic. So yeah. So if you want to like do magnetizing, which I plan to do in the future, this won't work. You'll have to use your Zap-A-Gap. But what's cool about this is that it comes with 2 nozzle cleaners, essentially, like thin pieces of metal to slide in there in case it gets gunked up. And I'm interested to see how well they'll work with Zap-A-Gap, because Zap-A-Gap comes with this applicator to kind of get it into thin places, like, you know, if you want to do magnetizing or something, or like a little circle, you want to get a little dab in there. But, and it works, and this, it helps, it's precision, or more precise, but it gets gunked up. So I will like to see how that works when I eventually use that tap again. That's pretty much it. I think this runs, this wasn't cheap, for glue, I should say. Like Zap-A-Gap's like $4, maybe $6. This is around 8 or something like that, or maybe more, like around 8. I don't know how much it is in comparison to the plastic glue of Games Workshop, because I got this with the starter painter kit just to see how it was, which was a good buy. But as you can see, a size comparison, while this stands taller, it's not as wide, and it's not that much taller, so I imagine this has as much, if not more, glue. It's fairly heavy. It's a 1 fluid ounce, and it's more liquidy. It's not syrupy, I guess. It's the best way to put it. It's not like a very wet gel. It's like water. So I imagine you get more out of it than you do with the Games Workshop one. Although both are very good. And if you only really have a Games Workshop store by you, just buy the Games Workshop one. But if you're able to go to like a local gaming store or a modeling store, like a mom and pop hobby shop that sell models and paint, they should have this, because it's made by Testors, and they do a lot of modeling stuff. At least I believe it's made by Testors. It says so on the little package it came in. Anyway, that's about it. Next video, progress report wise, would hopefully be with these 16 guys done, and with the rest of the army, and it'll be like an army video telling you the army list and whatnot. And then after that, it'll just be reports whenever I'm painting at that time. So until then, take it easy.